For me, the start of it was the fact that a friend of mine named Haley interned with you guys a couple years ago. And so she kind of introduced me to the organization and like what the goal and the mission was. I've always had a love for youth ministry. I'm a Young Life leader in Naples, and I just have always loved and felt called to ministry and just being able to impact the younger generation. And so when the opportunity came to actually apply for the internship, not only because I need it for my credit for school, but also just the opportunity to work with another organization that has the goal in mind of impacting younger people, I think that was just a perfect mix for me. So for me, working with Advance the Faith has really impacted me just because I really got a real introduction into ministry past what I've already done. And just being able to work with the same goal in mind of impacting younger people, but doing it in different ways. And so just being able to see the ins and outs of that, especially for me as a social media kid who wants to get into social media, being able to see how you can blend youth ministry with social media, that was really good for me and just what I have planned for the future. So for me, in terms of the future, this was really big for me because I do want to get into social media, but I've also felt some sort of calling to ministry. So the big thing that I've always wondered is, can you really mesh youth ministry with social media? And the answer that I got during the internship is yes. There are a lot of different ways to do it, and then also for me being able to work with a group that has a lot of different aspects to it, knowing that it doesn't have to just be me potentially being a missionary or me being a leader. Like there are a lot of different avenues into getting into ministry, so being hopeful that whether it's through social media or me actually being the one leading, knowing that I do have a future in ministry. So the biggest thing for me in terms of what I hope to see Advance the Faith do in the future is just through the mission trip, being the one who kind of helped promote it, knowing that they get to do mission trips again, and knowing the impact of mission trips. While I've never been on one, I've heard just so many great stories from friends and colleagues and stuff like that that I've been on mission trips. So just being hopeful that this summer that they get to go back to doing mission trips, and knowing that a lot of kids will get impacted and have their lives changed through those mission trips. So my main job with Advance the Faith this semester was through social media and communication. So a mixture of planning and posting Instagram and Facebook posts to not only engage our current audience, but also grow our audience. But then that also turned into doing stuff like blog posts and press release, just to kind of continue to get more information out, but also tell stories, to get more people invested and involved, so then that in the future more people know and can find different ways to get involved with the organization. The ways I've seen the Lord work in me, first off, it's just the interactions that I've been able to have with people, and knowing that I've been able to not only make connections, but also get a better understanding of how ministry works, and just the different ways that I can have an impact on people, that there's more than just being a leader or being someone that posts stuff on social media. I know that I can have a pretty big impact. And then just seeing the way certain events go, and just how Advance the Faith really has an impact on people, and knowing how much they just love and care, and just being happy that there are organizations like Advance the Faith that really have a heart for young people and wanting to change their futures. And then the way I've seen Advance the Faith work in other lives is just through some of the testimonies and just some of the ways that I've seen people talk about the organization, coming from someone who has some knowledge of the organization, but still kind of learning the aspects of it, seeing and being able to talk to people who have really been impacted by the organization really did a lot for me. So for me, growing up, I had a lot of friends that were born and raised in Haiti, and knowing some of the difficulties that they face, not only back home in Haiti, but also back here, I just feel so grateful that there's an organization that is looking out for the people of Haiti, and not just Haiti, but also just the different islands in the Caribbean, knowing that the love of God is being shown to them day in and day out, and that even though that there will always be struggles and that hard times will always come, knowing that there is an organization that really cares for them and will do the most to help them out, just really warmed my heart. So I'm just really thankful that I even got this opportunity, just because I hadn't had a lot of social media training before I got the internship. I'd mostly done public relations, but knowing that that they were super willing to work with me, kind of go through the kinks at the beginning of hiring a new person, and then some of the different troubles of the school year between me losing my car, and then some of the other responsibilities that I have, knowing that I was fully supported, was given the time and the care to get the work done, and knowing that the things that I did this semester will go a long way for the organization, but also the people impacted.